Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're wrestling with a really powerful claim. It's from Anubhav Srivastava's book, Nothing Everything.
Ah, yes, the mind-bending philosophical theory of everything. Quite the subtitle.
It is, and we're looking at one segment called A Final Nail in the Coffin for a Purely Physical Reality.
Wow, okay. No punches pulled there.
Not at all. So our mission today is basically to unpack why this source argues our reality, well, it just can't be only physical.
That's a bold starting point. I mean, for most people, reality is physical. So where does the author even begin to tackle something so fundamental?
It dives right in, actually. Starts with something we've sort of mentioned before, but here it's explored in, well, mind-boggling detail. It's the infinite containment paradox.
Okay, containment, like what holds the universe?
Exactly. Think about our universe. Even if it was unbelievably huge, say, a Google in size, 10 to the 100, that dwarfs the estimated 2 trillion galaxies, or the 1080 particles we can see.
Just staggering numbers.
Totally staggering. But the scale isn't really the point. It's that any finite system, doesn't matter how big, still makes you ask, what's outside it?
Right. The container needs a container.
Precisely. And that leads you down this endless, unresolved chain of questions. It's like a logical dead end for a purely physical view.
So how does the nothing everything model get around that?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. In this model, you can have infinite universes, infinite configurations, timelines, whatever, because they aren't imagined as concrete physical things needing a box.
Okay. So what are they then?
They're described more like a holographic or dreamlike manifestation.
Holographic, dreamlike.
Yeah. And concepts we take for granted, like space and time, they become local things, relevant only inside one specific manifestation, not some universal backdrop.
That's a huge shift. The book uses this analogy as a movie projection that I found really helpful.
Oh, yeah. How does that work?
Well, think about watching a movie. On the screen, it feels real, right? There's 3D space, time flows forward.
Sure, you get drawn in, but nothing is physically there on the screen. It's just light, maybe shadow. And you could project like a billion different movies at once without needing to physically contain any of them.
I see. So the universes are like the movies. They're configurations, not physical objects needing space.
Exactly. And physicality itself, that just becomes a local sort of temporary experience within each movie or each universe.
And that ties into the dreams analogy too, I bet.
It does, yeah.
Because in a dream, things can feel incredibly solid. You can touch a wall, feel its texture, sense weight. It feels physical.
Totally real sometimes.
But it's purely a projection of the mind, right?
Yeah.
No actual material substance occupying physical space. And dreams, they have their own rules, their own logic. But one dream doesn't have to fit inside another. They don't need physical space at all.
Right. And beyond just containment, the book brings up another big challenge from modern cosmology, the expanding universe.
The balloon analogy. Space itself stretching.
Yeah, that one. But the source poses a pretty sharp question. If the universe is a real physical balloon, what's it expanding into?
If there's truly nothing outside.
Logically, shouldn't it just pop? I mean, expansion needs room, right? Needs something to expand into.
That's a really crucial point. If it were a physical object expanding, it absolutely would need something external. And then you're right back to that infinite containment problem.
Stuck in the loop.
Exactly. So the alternative presented is, well, maybe we need to ditch the ideas of physical space, time, matter when we're thinking about the ultimate fundamental reality.
Meaning the expansion itself might be, what, an illusion?
Or a mirage, yeah.
Yeah.
It suggests the physical universe isn't the bedrock. It's more like a projection or a manifestation of something deeper, something not constrained in the same way.
And just quickly, this isn't solved by something like simulation theory either, is it?
No, not according to this argument.
Yeah.
That just pushes the problem back one level. Okay, we're in a simulation. But what contains the reality running the simulation?
Still need a container. Another loop.
Right. So putting it all together, the infinite containment paradox, the issue with cosmic expansion, the source argues it really is, well, a nail in the coffin for the idea that ultimate reality is purely physical.
It strongly suggests our physical universe is more like an intermediate layer, not the ground floor of existence.
Precisely.
So the really profound paradox we're left with from this deep dive is the universe clearly seems to exist. We experience it physically every second, yet logically, based on these arguments, it maybe can't exist purely physically in the way we usually think.
It leaves you right at that cliffhanger question the source poses.
Yeah.
If it's not purely physical, then what is really going on?
What is really going on? A perfect question to ponder. Thanks for joining us on this pretty mind-bending deep dive today.
Always fascinating.
Keep thinking on that question, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive for more revelations.